Yeah, these early ones is definitely gonna be shit you won't have to decode later on. But this is where the real knowledge come in that, and there's always gonna be something wrong with it because it's only for those who have the ear, the eyes to see, and the who ears to hear and the mouth to speak. Mhm. So the early one of these shirts is probably the best one in reality. Because later on I'm gonna get my nails done. You're gonna see that. I'm probably not gonna see me do as much as that. But right now, I have to work with this dark energy. I have no fucking choice. I mean, I was really trying, and then I was trying to get this to fit earlier, and I feel like I got it now. What I was really trying to fucking do was alchemize the situation into a positive one. I was naturally doing it, but to calculate it and have it as a system, I have to first work with this dark energy because it keeps coming back. Because I have no choice. Some of y'all motherfuckers have choices, right? Because you already in the game. You can alchemize that into a positive energy. But the negative motherfuckers gonna pick that shit up. Because you gotta really realize, like, a low vibration compared to a higher one is just a different frequency. That's why they say meet me in the middle, right? Meet me in the middle. And some people just, I feel like some motherfuckers is just far gone. All the like the shit that I see people do, the karmic debt that they gotta pay back for that shit is severe. I be like, damn, and my soul just knows. It just knows. It just knows. That is not the way. What people are really trying to seek is not in the lower realms, but a collectiveness is a collectiveness. I can do what I want with this card. Hmm. Are you satisfied? This is an entitled bitch. This is a bitch that looked like a dude, but it's only like the old, like from 1970, like bitches that look like James Brown. You ever seen one of them type of looking bitches that look like James Brown? But she a woman, but she look like a man, and she just got that manly face. That's a frequency, for sure, for sure. When you see certain type face figures, right? When you see certain type of face figures, the best way to explain that shit is in a fucked up way for me, which is Down syndrome. When you see people who have Down syndrome, they got that same exact look. When you look into the universe, you can peep that within people. They have the same face, same exact look, vibrating on a certain frequency. That's why they be like, we always come back, right? You just have that knowing within inside of you. Now, don't get me wrong, like shit can be achieved in the lower realm. But you was tricked into thinking that you would have peace doing that in the lower realms. There's no way you can have peace because you got to create cheat codes. Once you perform and you play the game, you have to stay in the game to keep the game. This is the reason why one of my good friends will always say, a bread vendor, you will always say, you know, you could get the shit, but to maintain it is a whole different fucking story. And you could get the bag all day long, but to maintain it is discipline. So you can definitely get your shit in the lower round, but then see, this is when a person like me has a rite of passage. I have no choice but to work with the dark in order to get to the light. It's like a bunch of motherfuckers just blocking shit. Like the gatekeeper. And this the motherfucker that get in the mud. You know what I'm saying? It's the nine. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely like someone stuck in the matrix for real. The mindset. But there's other motherfuckers out there. This motherfucker perverting motherfuckers. Fucking with people's emotions and shit. But see how it's like the 9 to the 10, 10 of cups. And it's usually depicted as a happy card. That reality check, right? A lot of people don't really work on themselves to get to this satisfaction in life. They actually use other motherfuckers, such as myself. Right? They use people like me. They feed off of it because they can't get their shit from nowhere else. They don't know the Aramore. They don't know the Amun Ra. They don't know those energies. Right? They don't. They don't know how to tap into that. This guy can be any guy. It be that James Brown, but I never really end up like that. Cause them be some bitter bitches, man. It's like they good folk but better. And somebody, it's like they don't downplay a situation. It's just they just don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw this back in there. No action being taken. Maybe that's what that bitch wanted. Maybe she wanted me not to take action. Because I never was taking action because I'm not about to carry the one, divide the five. Like, you're not gonna fucking do that. I mean, when you play with inside the system, inside the pyramid, of course, when you go by, the check the manual. Like, bitch, please. Check your fucking manual, okay? Because you're not upholding integrity. Bitch, that haircut isn't integrity. You know what I'm saying? What is you mean? You know what I'm saying? Fucking haircut is crazy. So don't be the ruthless motherfuckers. Yeah, because somebody was ready to chop this shit down. They were ready to chop this whole shit down with the truth. Yeah, see, it's two different types of manipulations here. Like, it's crazy. This is actually thinking this time. And I was always talking about responding versus reacting. You know, you poke the bear, it's gonna react, right? I mean, that's cliche. So this person is out of the delusional. They're definitely inside the pyramid for real, for real. They want to put you right there at the top. You'd be a good headstone for my mantle. I'll put you right there with the rest of them. You're the biggest hole of them all. If it was positive, I can't see because some cards, like the way that the artist do the cards, the emotions in it. In this deck, this is what this shit means. Like satisfaction. It's like I am the struggle. This is like what waking up an ancient demon. It's like a mindset that's probably ancient. The collectiveness of that mindset is very rare. And I have to say it like that because I have to educate. So we can be properly prepared. Yeah, this is definitely not manifesting nothing. It's like fire and water. There's no way. You can't put positive and negative in a room and then expect for an explosion. It's a battery charge. Like I said, they feed off of people like myself. But I have to work with the dark in order to get to the light. So even though you see in my life, the dark side of it is the fact that you're never going to receive that. And that's going to keep you in a perpetual mental state. That's why I said this bitch is a mental patient. The behaviors, the way she moves, that is a patient that's off their fucking meds. Or a drug addict. Alcoholic, cokehead, whatever. Snuff. I think I met a girl that do that shit. She always like drooling from the mouth and shit. I'm like, what the fuck make you do shit like that? Like, yeah, let me just sniff the people bag. Like, you gotta have like a kid mindset. And to go into adulthood and not being able to manage that is crazy. Like when you drink, when you were younger, you was not developed enough to be able to maintain or occasionally socialize, right? With yourself or with others. It's not like throwing it back like when you was a kid. And adults nowadays got still stuck in that mind frame, that loop, that collectiveness. See if yeah, it's definitely not manifesting shit. It's definitely not. Like I said, the person not even in the room. So you're talking about somebody that's not even in the room. No one's about to carry the one and divide the two. Like we're not. We're not. I'm not gonna go in there and look at my pay stubs, give you this fucking satisfaction. Fuck out of here, bitch. That spot gonna stay empty. You ain't gonna never get that mental. And you wanna know why? Cause it's fire and ice. And definitely earned that Phoenix badge for real. Went through that Phoenix portal a couple of fucking times. So I know for a fact you're not fucking getting my head on no damn mantle. Absolutely fucking not. I'm gonna put you on a stake like Macbeth. See, I was the type of bitch that paid attention in English class and with the literature. You know, me and my baby sister, one of my baby sisters got publications somewhere in the fucking heart, in the archives, in the world somewhere. Okay. Yeah, you don't wanna risk it. You don't wanna risk it. This is risky business because this is an ice cold bitch. You say she's water, but she a ice cold bitch. And see the state from coming from ice to water. And setting these souls free, right? To where her cups are dry. It should be in the reverse. But could have been unnecessarily evil for, you know, my own evolution. You know what I'm saying? If this is like drawing a line, boundaries, man. And just having that backup too. So just taking all of this, evaporating into the motherfucking air. Because once water hits ice, it changes the whole state. So you're not just water that can be evaporated, right? You're ice cold. So once that heat hit that and melt that is a shock. It's like a shock to the system. You know, it set all those souls free. It turned it into a sword. Some real magical shit because this is a mental plane. It's a mental thought. Very masculine of you. Motherfuckers don't know what bravery is. They do all this wicked, toxic shit and think they brave. What bravery is they were saying, I was listening to something, a short or something, and this guy was saying that um, he was saying that slipped my thought. Maybe I can't share that. It'll come back probably. That mental thought on a different mental plane, being able to transmute that into air. So if you even had any fires put out already, you know what I'm saying? It's already put out. And that's the real outcome. And it's just like, okay, I gotta work with this dark energy because I could get here. We already know that. A couple of nights rest, a nice spiritual bath, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of rest. And I'm back. This is why they keep me on the schedule. Because but they only gonna get 4 hours out of me, but they keep me on the schedule so I can be in reverse. So I have to work with this dark energy. I have no choice. Because I could get back here and we already know, like, we went to a whole different mental plane. I don't even think she checked her cups. That shit so shocking to the system. And y'all be talking about narcissists can't feel. They should either have a power to be able to take somebody out of a psychiatric mindset. Some shit that have you like dementia is like a part of your brain that you tap into that you know nothing about. It's like another mental plane of existence and not being able to snap back. That's what they be saying. That astral projection shit is not good, especially when you're in the matrix. You really tapping your soul like that. The only thing that is acceptable is knowing that your soul is there. and letting it do as it pleases, right? That way, every place that you step is genuinely where you're supposed to be at. So when you astral project, you take away your power and give up your will, because now you can't manifest because you're not in a genuine footstep of life. And I had to say it just like that. So once you step back into alignment with that, like this bitch could have just been on a whole nother mental plane. And it's like having a dream and you're awake in your dream and someone says you're not supposed to be here. But if you allow your soul to wander the seven worlds, sleep, that's genuine. Once you wake up, you're in alignment with it. Those are deja vus, by the way, within those mental planes. So it's almost kind of like when you get deja vu here, and that's your soul aligning with your body in time and space. Okay, I've been through many glitches. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna keep it up, but you know, I know because I see glitches. But if you're an alchemist and being an alchemist, you have to learn how to play and alchemize. That's the only way that them powers that be was able to ever get to the levels that they're on, because they put themselves on different mental planes. And the thing is, they dumb down everybody else's shit so that you never be able to tap into these different types of mindsets. I mean, it's dangerous as fuck because there's no grounding to a lot of this shit. There's no coexisting. Without coexisting, I'm just showing up on your timeline, right? But it's all genuine because the soul doesn't know, right? And it's on a particular time frame. It's on a particular time frame, and you obeying it. You're obeying time within this mental plane. So let me adjust this on the straight card. Yeah, this is like, yeah, really didn't. Because, like I said, you can't coexist and you can't connect with people. You only connecting with people through trauma. Trauma is a frequency. It's a mindset. It's a collectiveness. And you can cause trauma for people, or you can cause trauma for yourself just through the way that you're thinking, right? But if the soul is just lost, the soul is lost in wandering, then it doesn't have the resources or the time to check itself. And so, you can't really come up against somebody that takes life as a lesson, or someone that's taking life as a mystery school, someone that is evolving their soul. It's like, it's you're not let me say the word relevant, but you're absolute within that perimeter. But I'm trying to get here and stay here. So the only way that I can actually achieve this is working with the dark energy, which is not bad. It's just too much of it. It's too much of it in the world. That's why when people are on this type of mental plane, they cannot be touched. This is rite of passage, because what is being done around them, they know that they can't control. They can only control what they can manifest within their lives, right? Through their own mental plane and their own thought processing. So, slipped it again. Through their own thought process. And what is done outside of it can only be used as the substance stuff. Right? It can only be used as particles, right? Articles, artifacts, art, some type of creativity. And this person is very crafty. Because this is the primordial waters. So this person is very crafty. And I really feel like this is an ancient mindset that's very rare. And this might have been like dipped off way too far. And bringing this bitch back to consciousness is crazy work. This is definitely wasn't mental patient. This bitch was off her meds. For real, for real. And I'm not even joking, like being funny. This the type of energy that really had y'all ass tied up in the basement with no food for weeks. Like this bitch is in the arts of destruction and to practice the practices that this person uses and techniques is very, very ancient, like Roman time ancient. And it's very rare. You're not gonna come over. It's kind of an honor that I actually came across this fucking person. But I am honorably honorable, okay? Because when I was a kid, I never shied away from my gifts. I never gave a fuck. But I do feel like I was brain and manipulated from mad directions in life. So when these people talking about Neuralink can be connected to neural let me look that on this neuroscience or something. I want to say the correct word. And I always associated myself with the neuroscience. You see what I get? Yeah, I think that's what it is, neuroscience. And I gotta find like how to rewire your brain. And it's crazy because they treat the brain as like a hardware, which is crazy. Because once you think like that, you think outside your body. And that's what I mean by being lost and the soul not being able to recognize itself. When you do, that's the deja vu. And you get that in the dream state. Or you catch a glitch. Yeah, there's no, you tapped in for real, you catch them glitches. And I've been catching them since I was a kid. Same place, same time, wearing the same shit. Be catching them loops. Alright, so that's neuroscience. Damn, hold on, mess this up. I think that's it for this. I mean, I already know this internally. I mean, I'm gonna do one more after this. I'm doing love reading. Yeah, see with these pains though, it don't matter which way you have these shits, you still need to sit your ass down and stop acting like you know shit. This right here is just like somebody just they don't even lace their shoes up. That's what I'm hearing. You ever met one of them people that's like a bum, but they got money? That's what this shit is. Like, you just a bum just because you a bum. But you got money, but you don't want it. But they got a style to them, though. You know? But there's a little style there, but it's like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? It's thank you. Like, go wash your clothes. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get it to where you can wash your clothes every week. I haven't done that in a couple of years. So, like, this is like just letting it go for too long, though. Yeah. Then it's old clothes. Yeah, it's trying to see, put on a little extra new pieces once in a while. Y'all know how that shit is. But this is like thank you. Like this roach is thank you. Yeah. Keep it there. This is in the sink too, my mom. Uh, yeah, they hot because they can't do nothing. But that was the page. They hot because they can't do shit. You hear me? They don't have no power. This is really like the eyes behind the curtain. But that's because their soul was wandering. That shit was all over the fucking place. Hell yeah. And I have to work with that dark. Mm. This is exactly what I be doing. Like I said, a couple of resting up. Dipping in and out of the store real quick. Let me go get what I need. Get back to the crib, make some coffee, clean up some shit, get the energy back up. And now it's like I'm outside, but this ain't gonna be what it is. That's not the sacrifice. The sacrifice was family. Because I couldn't go back and stick with it. But the cost of that is severe for the soul. Because then you're around a lot of wandering souls. And I gotta learn that dark energy, man. Yeah, these days, snakes. Putting all the money in their pocket for their bonuses and shit. Yeah. We ain't even paying the student loans for that. Trying to further their education. No more road to cross. One more road to go. Gotta live my life like there's one more move to make. One more road to cross. One more road to take. Gotta live my life like there's one more move to make. Hell yeah, fuck out of here. It's like, alright, let's just learn this shit. We get 3 pentacles. We got 6, 7, 8, 9. No, it's 5, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. That's the 7 of Pentacles right there. Justice. That's what it is. Yo, this is bomb. I'm about to do the left and then that's the job bullshit. That is on the job with the bullshit. Bullshit ass motherfucker. Yeah, man, that's the alchemistry. The alchemistry. The alchemist. The alchemist. That's a good book too. It's in parables though. It's coded, so you can interpret it any way you feel. After this, I gotta wash my dishes. Work on some artwork. I wanna cut my hair, but I have to hold off on one more. Let's do this one. Again, this one is kind of a little hard to read. What is it? I did that job for 15 years. And they did the same shit over and over and over. Different managers, bro. That's why I was like, damn. Roses is the highest frequency plant. I think the highest energy in the world. The Valentine's Day is about to come up. Baby, she a little sweet. This is a sweet one. She might be sweeter than you and might make you sick, but she's that sweet. Like, you're not used to somebody being nice to you. Man, that's bad. You ain't used to nobody being nice to you. Mm. 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 Somebody sleeping. Oh. I hate this guy. Like, listen, you ain't stabbing nobody with that piece of shit. You ain't even get your ego bruised. Like, somebody took a piece of you. Ah, that feeling when somebody just like you can feel the pull. It's just stretched off. You can feel it. Like a loss of you, a chunk of you. And you have to fill that void. What are you gonna fill it with? But if you're a lost soul, you're probably gonna fill it with more shit. But it's gonna be a piece of you. Overlapping the parts that's already there. Like egg on your face. Yeah, ain't. You lost the good one. Ain't no showing up for that. That excitement ain't there no more. You know, I'm not even gonna say she was with you for the money, my guy. You're just an asshole. Yeah, you are a dick. A lot of drinking is going on here. Mm-hmm. You fucking lying ass motherfucker. Nigga thought he was a player. Yeah, she was sweet. Very kind to you. Damn, that's fucked up. This would make bitches gay. I'm gonna be real. Shit like this make bitches gay. If she ain't got no kids, I won't fuck with her. If she was holding on to that dream. Yeah. So if she don't got no kids, if she's still holding on to that dream, she about to dip on you, shorty. She just needs you as a rebound. She's in love with this guy. But he's an asshole. And the sad part is, he lost his fucking mind. This dude is never gonna be what the fuck she thinks this dude is. These loops these motherfuckers do. Meanwhile, in Belgium, someone is a young apprentice, not focusing on no bitches, just trying to get these witches. Hang up the three little witches. All three of these bitches probably thought they could use their little magic on this motherfucker, and it didn't work. He had him distracted for a little while. He was trying to figure out which one of y'all was the one, but it was neither one of you motherfuckers. And one of them is this bitch. Okay? I would not take you back. I will not spin the block on you. Yeah, don't spin the block. Don't spin the block on this bitch. This could be with how this relationship actually is, but the fact that she was holding on to that picket fence life, she definitely gonna go back to a guy. I wouldn't fuck with that. But she want kids. Okay. Yeah. She ain't confused. She just using you as a rebound. That's horrible. But he's never gonna be the same. to say a brain injury, but I just think it was like an open consciousness. Like, you know how some people make decisions and they go down the wrong path and it affects their whole entire life? This is what happened here. I'm not going to give scenarios because I don't want to you people to take it in and manifest it into your life. No. But yeah, that's what that is. This is really dealing with witches and warlocks and shit. And he could have been a warlock on a mental plane. And he dipped into one of them rooms. And now he can't make himself back. He probably was fucking with one of them users. Just saying. But this is what you be doing on your day off. Practicing your skills. And you go work them shit out. You start catching these bitches. Like, damn. She don't know she a pigeon. Right? She don't know she's a fox. Yeah. These are bitches that are transformed. These bitches that be having cats and shit. Cats are vicious, man. Yeah, that's no more. Pisces is transitioning out of Saturn. This is what you bitches want. This is what you manifest. Because he's the pretender. He's the one that's acting like he's him. Because you don't see him all fancy and shit. You always see this nigga in his work clothes, right? And you don't know this nigga get busy. He got his own little side shit doing his thing. And just using this as practice, target practice. This could be like going to the gym. You feel me? But yeah, he be working his shit. And this nigga is just a pretender. That's why he ended up in a whole different dimension. You know what I'm talking about. Listen, you know, I gotta wake y'all up real quick so you can see different mindsets. This is a different dimension. Not dementia, he just on a different mental plane. He ain't this nigga right here. He fucked around with one of these little witches and she put a root on him. And it fucked up your whole contract. But you was really supposed to be with this one. But you ended up with the asshole. Because you wanted it to be that way. And fucked around. And found out he didn't even show his hand. That's basically the other reading with the cups. They want to know what you know. Oh. Falling out of grace. Think he was trying to lift you up. Cause this dude you ain't know about this nigga. This dude started treating him bad. But you out here trying to do that generational shit. You really out here trying to do some shit. And she is fighting with the matters of the heart. And you just the type of motherfucker that read books on self-help and self-development and, you know, feeding the soul, you know, into the word, into the voice, into the world, into the Oh, this. Yeah. At least he know he was being a little. At least he know he was being manipulated. Yeah. A jealous friend because he probably wanna fuck you. But ain't no love lost, little nigga. You don't love Dolph, little nigga. Sorry, he ain't gonna help you. You lost a solid bitch. Yeah, man, you lost a solid bitch. Ain't no spinning the block. Ain't no spinning the block. Jimmy Dean is not my lover.